The 2026 Honda Passport just landed with a complete transformation, with a rugged new design, massive interior space, and a legendary V6 engine that makes turbocharged competitors feel inadequate. If you've been searching for a two-row SUV that can actually handle real adventures without sacrificing daily comfort, this redesigned Passport might be the answer you've been waiting for. But before you get too excited, there are some fatal flaws hiding beneath that aggressive exterior that could turn this dream SUV into a regretful purchase. First, let's dive into what makes this SUV such a compelling choice. Number 4. Rugged appearance. You know that feeling when you pull up somewhere and nobody can tell whether you drove there in a rugged SUV or just another grocery getter crossover? That lack of presence is frustrating when you've spent serious money on a vehicle. The 2026 Passport is solving that problem because Honda took a massive leap with the design, and the results are stunning. Where the previous generation played it safe with rounded edges, the 2026 model is embracing a bold, adventurous character that actually looks like it belongs on a trail. The front fascia features an aggressive grille complemented by sharp LED headlights that give this SUV a commanding presence. The boxy silhouette creates that sense of ruggedness buyers want, and unlike some competitors that end up looking cartoonish, the Passport strikes a perfect balance between muscular and refined. Even the base model doesn't look cheap. The Trail Sport variant adds unique skid plates, roof rails, and exclusive wheel designs. When you park this next to a Blazer or an Edge, the Passport's design language feels more authentic and purposeful. This is easily one of the best-looking SUVs in the segment right now, but that aggressive exterior would be meaningless if the interior couldn't match it in practicality. Number 3. Spacious interior. There's nothing worse than buying an SUV for its size only to discover that the interior space doesn't match what the exterior promised. You've got adults folding themselves into the back seat like they're boarding a budget airline. The 2026 Passport is putting an end to that disappointment. Adults can sit comfortably in the second row for hours without feeling like their knees are jammed into the front seat backs, and that's a problem many competitors still haven't solved. Legroom exceeds what you'll find in most rivals, while the flat floor means the middle passenger isn't sitting with knees up to their chest. Then there's the cargo area. Think about all those times you've had to leave gear behind, or play Tetris trying to fit everything you need. Behind the second row, you're looking at roughly 41 cubic feet of space. That's more than the Grand Cherokee, more than the Explorer. Fold those rear seats down, and the total volume jumps to around 78 cubic feet, swallowing camping equipment, mountain bikes, or whatever adventure you're planning. Now, all that space is great, but it won't mean much if the Passport can't actually take you to the places where you'd use it. Number 2. Excellent balance between off-road capability and on-road refinement. On paved roads, this SUV delivers the composed, refined experience you'd expect. The suspension soaks up broken pavement and potholes without transmitting harsh impacts, while the body stays remarkably flat through corners. Highway cruising feels effortless with minimal wind noise and stability that inspires confidence. But take the Passport off the beaten path onto dirt roads or rocky trails, and it transforms into something genuinely capable. The Trail Sport model comes with upgraded suspension that increases ground clearance to over 9 inches, enough to tackle trails that would leave most crossovers beached. The intelligent all-wheel drive system can send up to 70% of torque to the rear wheels when needed, while dedicated trail modes adjust throttle response for optimal control on loose surfaces. You're not sacrificing the plush ride you want for capability you'll use occasionally, and you're not giving up genuine off-road performance just to get a smooth highway experience. Of course, none of this would feel as good if Honda had compromised on the powertrain. Number 1. Smooth and refined V6. There's a frustration building among drivers who've been forced into turbocharged 4-cylinder engines. That constant turbo lag where you press the accelerator and nothing happens, then suddenly too much power arrives all at once. The rough, buzzy character at highway speeds. Honda is solving all of these problems by doubling down on its legendary 3.5-liter V6. Here's what you're actually going to feel. There's no lag, no waiting for boost to build while you're trying to merge into traffic. Power arrives linearly and predictably, building smoothly from idle to redline. That's the beauty of natural aspiration instant throttle response that does exactly what your right foot commands. But the real magic is the refinement. Fire up the engine and you'll barely hear it, just a muted mechanical hum. Even when you push it hard, the sound is a refined purr rather than the harsh growl from turbocharged 4-cylinders. The smoothness is exceptional. No vibrations through the steering wheel, no harshness transmitted through the floor. Here's something that matters: reliability and longevity. This V6 has logged millions of miles in Honda and Acura models. Owners regularly report reaching 200,000 miles with nothing more than routine oil changes. And that durability is getting harder to find as engines become more complex. For buyers planning to keep their SUV long-term, that peace of mind is worth more than any fuel economy advantage. So, the Passport sounds perfect, right? Well, not exactly, because there are some serious compromises you need to know about. Number 3. Bland interior design. The cabin is well built and materials feel durable, but there's no emotional connection, no design elements that make you think this is worth the money. The dashboard follows Honda's typical horizontal layout with the infotainment screen perched on top like an afterthought. The center console is straightforward, and the door panels are basic plastic. Compare this to what Mazda is doing with the CX-90, where every surface feels intentional and premium, or how Hyundai designs the Palisade's interior. Walk into those vehicles, and you feel like you're in something special. The Passport's interior looks like it was designed 5 years ago. Even the color choices are uninspiring, giving you shades of black, gray, and beige with minimal contrast. Honda clearly knows how to design attractive interiors. Just look at the Civic or Accord. But in the Passport, they assumed buyers would prioritize cargo space over design. For anyone sitting in this environment every single day, this bland interior is going to feel like a genuine letdown. The uninspiring interior is disappointing. But at least you'd expect better fuel economy, except Honda dropped the ball there too. Number 2. No hybrid option available. That V6 might be smooth, but here's the reality. It returns fuel economy in the low to mid-20s for combined driving. The Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid delivers well over 30 miles per gallon combined. For buyers who rack up serious mileage, those extra miles per gallon translate into hundreds, potentially thousands of dollars per year in fuel costs. But the issue goes beyond money. Many buyers seek hybrid options because hybrids often deliver better real-world performance alongside improved efficiency. The instant torque from electric motors provides stronger acceleration. Honda knows this. They've proven it with the CR-V hybrid's popularity, where the hybrid outsells the gas-only version. So why isn't there a Passport hybrid when the technology is sitting on the shelf? It's a strategic misstep, and it's going to cost Honda sales. Number 1. Price. Base models start around $45,000, and while that gets you decent equipment, it's still several thousand more than a similarly equipped Ford Edge, Chevy Blazer, or even Honda's own Pilot. Move up to the well-equipped EXL trim most buyers want, and you're pushing close to $50,000. The range-topping Trail Sport can easily crest $55,000. Here's what makes that pricing problematic. For $55,000, you're entering luxury SUV territory. A base Audi Q5 starts in that range. So does a Genesis GV70. The BMW X3 is within striking distance. Those vehicles might not offer the same space, but they come with premium badges, more upscale interiors, and features that the Passport can't match. Even staying within the mainstream segment, the value gets questionable. The Mazda CX-90 offers 3 rows, a more luxurious interior, and available hybrid powertrains at a similar price. The Hyundai Palisade gives you a 3rd row, more features, and a longer warranty for less money. The Passport is asking buyers to pay a premium, but the question is, premium for what? Yes, you're getting Honda's reliability reputation. Yes, the driving dynamics are excellent, and that V6 is smoother than competitors. But when you're spending $50,000 plus, you want more than just competence. You want something that feels special, and the Passport's bland interior and lack of hybrid efficiency make it harder to rationalize that premium price. The 2026 Honda Passport is a vehicle of contradictions. You're getting that stunning, rugged exterior, best-in-class interior space, genuine off-road capability with refined on-road manners, and that legendary V6 delivering unmatched smoothness. But you're also paying premium pricing for a bland interior, accepting poor fuel economy while Honda refuses to offer a hybrid, and questioning whether it justifies $50,000 or more. For buyers who prioritize proven reliability and that V6 refinement, the Passport could be exactly what you've been searching for. But for everyone else watching their budget and expecting modern efficiency at this price point, those fatal flaws might be impossible to overlook. Clearly, the Passport draws attention with its rugged look, but if you're looking for the same engineering in an even more practical package, then the choice is pretty clear. The Honda Pilot is impressive in many ways, but it also comes with a couple of potentially major drawbacks, which is why you must check out our next video.